Hi, I'm Nikki.
I'm Heather.
And we are Woolly Elephant.
This is Joseph, who is now
Back
with us in the mornings, so could be entertaining. I apologise if we have baby interruptions. He's feeling a bit ropey, isn't he?
Yeah, he's full of a cold. And he's not doing too good with it, but he's okay at the moment.
We've got the treble cut out, should he wish to go and play.
But he just wants cuddles off Nanny.
So this is going to be the way things are at the bit for a while.
And he's now 1. I think last time you saw him, he was something like, I don't know,
4 or 5 months or something.
something like that.
He's grown a wee bit.
So before we do anything, you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and on Etsy as Woolly Elephant. Instagram, I'm Woolly Elephant Daughter, and Mum's Woolly Elephant Mum. Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah, ta. Joseph doesn't have an Instagram. He's far too young for that. Yeah? Okay. Yeah.
Dad's not here, love.
And Ravelry, we do have a Woolly Elephant podcast group, which you can find, but we're not very active in it.
We just
one of those areas that we just don't check.
Don't have the time. We both work pretty much full time, as well as you have this little one.
And the other one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
We did say in the last podcast, all those million years ago, that we were going to do a giveaway.
The following week.
We came and this one was very grumpy.
And then we planned another date, and then you got a booking for your wedding. Dress fitting. And sorry, it just never happened. We weren't lying when we said it. We had every intention of doing it, but it just wasn't to be. So we're going to make that the first order. We're going to make that the first order of business today. Is to do our giveaway, because we've been saying we're going to do one for a while. When we got to 250 subscribers, I think we've now got 270.
Woohoo! Hello, new people.
Hello, yeah. I say you don't normally see us with baby in tow because he was in nursery, but with you changing your work, they don't need it anymore. So yay, and he's waving. He's like hello.
So our giveaway prizes, I have made a flamingo bag, just a simple drawstring bag, and this
is a yarn I dyed 2 lots of ages and ages ago, and I called it Beast. Well, a year ago, because I called it Beast from the East, because this time last year we were in snow and wind and rain, whereas we've had like summer weather this year. These were the socks that I knitted. I tried to recreate the grey, and I just couldn't get the same grey. It came out more blue.
What do you think?
And I tried to recreate the orange, and I couldn't get the orange as Jaffa orange as that looks. So the current Beast from these have got a lilac-y blue over the grey. I don't know why this didn't pick it up like that, but it did. So those were the socks I knitted with it. So I'm giving the one and only other one of those away.
It's sparkly.
It's 70, 25, I think. 70% merino, is it?
75% superwash merino, 20% nylon, and 5% lurex.
It's really sparkly. Yeah. Silver sparkly.
Hiya.
Say hiya to the world. Hiya. So we're going to do that as 2 prizes, not all as 1 prize. And our prompt is going to be... What was our prompt going to be?
What do you use the most?
What do you choose to knit with the most? Do you use the hand-dyed, indie-dyed premium yarns, or things like, you know, Rowan, your higher-end yarns, or do you prefer to use acrylic yarns? Are you a bit of a yarn snob? Or not?
It's fine if you want.
We don't care. We use both. Aren't we? I'm a hand dyer. If you haven't met us before, I do dye my own yarns, but I still use all your run-of-the-mill regular acrylics, blends, cheapest of the cheap, as well as the expensive stuff too. So we thought we'd like to find out what everybody else is doing.
And then we'll pick 2 people at random
on the next podcast.
Might do it over Instagram actually, because you could do random.org and I can video my screen while I'm doing it, so you can see who comes out.
So we can just do the giveaway on here or on Instagram as well. Do another one on Instagram. I was thinking of doing another one on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
See, I've got...
Helps if we talk before.
Yeah, I know. We just don't get time. Right, so you can hear the process. You see all that wool up there?
Yes.
this is all stuff I'm planning on giving away over time. So I may do a giveaway. Well, not may. I will at some point. I'm going to do a giveaway on Instagram.
All right, we'll do the
as well. So we'll do one on here. You've got to leave a comment in the comments.
Yeah, and then we'll announce the winner.
We'll share it on Instagram to say that we're doing it.
Yeah.
Okay. But we're going to announce the winner on the podcast, so you'll have to watch the podcast to find out if you win.
Yeah.
So we'll do it on, maybe not the next podcast, the one after that.
Yeah.
We don't know. We'll say we're going to try and stick to a 2-week schedule like we used to have before. But we can't always promise that, depending on how this little man is. If we can and we get him in a reasonable mood, we might be able to do one the following week.
He's usually in a pretty good mood, but because he's got a snottery cold.
And he just requires attention.
Yeah.
So, quite a bit. Because he wants to play.
Yes, he's still smiling.
He wants to play. So, so we're basically now, we're just going to have to fit it in when we can. We're pretty much going to still try and film on a Wednesday, but it might not always be on a Wednesday. Right. Right, so we'll start off with finished objects.
I got married! Just throwing that out there.
So if you watch us, you'll know that's been coming. She got married 2 and a bit weeks ago.
Yeah, something like that.
2.5 weeks ago. I can't believe it's 2.5 weeks ago. By the time this goes out, if I get a chance, I'll usually do it on a Thursday. I might even get it done tonight, which is Wednesday the 27th.
Something like that.
February. Might get it done tonight. Depends how I feel when I get home from work tonight.
Can't wait for the professional photos to come.
But that could be a few weeks. It could be a few weeks yet. But we will show you some of them on here when we
get them.
When we get them.
Oh.
So that went swimmingly.
It did. It was beautiful. Do you have any AFOs?
I'm wearing it. Not that you can see it much.
Would you like to pass child?
But I'm...
Come here.
See there, lad. My jumper. I've been knitting for a while. It's finished. Now, it's got quite a deep, I feel a bit naked, neckline.
She's naked.
It wasn't supposed to be like that. The neckline should have been a classic round neck here. Yeah. And when I was knitting it, I thought it seems awfully deep. And then I thought, well, it must be right. Even though it doesn't look right, it must be right. And I just wanted to get it done, basically. Anyway, when I did it, and then I knitted in the neckband, and I thought, this seems huge. This seemed to be huge. So, anyway, and I put it on, and I thought, this was definitely huge, and it should be here. Anyway, it was only after talking with the designer, and we realised where there was a mistake in the measurements in the pattern. Now, me being a knitter, and I've been a knitter for years, I should have noticed that. I should have picked up on that straight away, but I didn't. There was just two. The centimetres and the inches didn't match up. This should have been 2 inches higher. She'd worked it in centimetres and then used some system that she uses for converting it to inches. Obviously, that had made a mistake, and I tend to work in inches when I'm knitting. You just knit along. I'm watching the telly and don't really think much about it. Anyway, it does have quite a wide. I'm undecided whether to leave it that way or not, because whereas it looks all right as a nice big neckline, as I'm walking round, I'm feeling the weight.
Or is it pulling off your shoulders?
It's not pulling it off my shoulders, but it's getting close. And I'm thinking, as it grows, which it's bound to do, it might start getting a bit too close to the edge of my shoulders. It's all right at the moment. I don't mind it like that. It just feels odd being all like this here when it's like the middle of winter.
So much skin.
Yeah. Just wearing a vest top under it, whereas I've had a turtleneck under it while it's been quieter, and that looks fine. And a friend suggested wearing a white shirt under it with a collar, which would look fine. Okay, so I haven't washed it or blocked it or anything yet, because it doesn't. Well, apart from the fact the nature of the stitch doesn't need blocking, but I haven't done anything with it yet because I thought once I've washed it and blocked it, it might be hard to undo if I change my mind. Or I also thought about pulling the cast off edge undone and maybe knitting this, putting maybe another inch on the rib. I don't know. What do you think? You can always, in your comments when you enter in for the giveaway, tell me what you think. But it's, I really like it. It's quite long as well. It comes
what do you think, Josie?
Right down over my backside, which is nice. It's a bit oversized.
Nice.
But I think I'll definitely make another one in the future. I will, because it's a mindless knit. Apart from all the mistakes I made, it's quite a mindless knit. Yeah. So I do think I might make another one. I do, yeah. So that's I've got a half object, but that's my only finished object because I put a lot of time into that to get it done. And now I'm not doing that anymore. Yes. And I'm not doing, now I'm not doing that anymore. And I've not got a wedding shawl to knit anymore. I can knit what I want. So I've been casting stuff all over the place. Want to sit down? Give him a car bum with wheels or something. Oh, it's down there. Right, so that's mine. So what have you got?
I've got no FOs. I've just got whips.
So if we go on to works in progress, because I've got quite a few of them.
I'll go first if you've got older, Josie. I can't remember if I showed this in any of the podcasts, but I started knitting with some of this yarn that Mum gave me.
This was one I just used leftover. I just chucked a skein in to use up, and then liked it, so I chucked a bit more down. And
I'm doing a
Fernwear
socks from Knitting Expert. And
this was in a sock club, Wanderlust sock club, I think.
Here's how they're looking. And
I'm loving it. I wish I'd done a recipe for this.
And I've got the back, and I've done a garter stitch German short row heel. Like I got these out found them on Tuesday last week, and I'd only done from there to there. So then I did all this on Friday and put the heel in, and now I'm onto the foot now. Like I've been taking this to work with me, because this pattern's really easy. But I've obviously not paid attention when I was doing it earlier because I've done a big mistake there. My tension's changed. I don't know if you can see on the camera, but there where all those stitches are pretty obvious. My tension's changed. It's since getting these nails.
Nails for the wedding.
Job's doing alright, and it's a really nice pattern and it's really easy to do, and I've done the leg longer than I would normally. So
I'll stick a couple of pictures I've got of the wedding that we took on our mobile phones. I'll stick in at the end.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
And then we'll show some of the professional ones when we get them.
And I'm knitting them on 2.75s, and it's come out quite loose, but I don't care. It'll do for my naff ankles. So that's one. He's quick chill there.
It's much looser gauge than mine because I'm knitting those in like a red and black. I think for some reason when I'm knitting socks these days I seem to pull my tension really tight. No.
And here's I'm doing a sock head hat. I don't know if I showed it last time. I've literally not done anything on it since the last episode, I don't think.
No, well we've had a lot going on, haven't we?
So that's that, and this is River something yarns. Oh, bless you. I have no ball bands because people steal them and crawl off with them.
You can't see that spin, can you?
Does he want something better? Want this one?
I'll have that one. Yeah, I'll have that one. That's better. You can see the wheel spin on that one.
I'm just whizzing through. I've done loads on my jumper though. My cardigan, sorry. I sent Mum a picture a couple of weeks ago of me with it on, and it's down nearly at my hip. Although I look at it now and it doesn't look like I've done much.
It's because it rolls.
I'm halfway through a blooming row again. I'm always halfway through a row.
Take your cardi off and put it on. Yeah, do you want some stoppers so it doesn't come off the needles?
Oh, I don't think it will. Hang on, just bear with me a moment. What's she doing? It's halfway through a bit. So we're getting there.
Hang on, let's just adjust. There we go. It's looking really good.
So we're down here. What do you think, Josie?
I'm not happy about that.
So I'm just going to go a bit further because I want it to go to like here before I start shaping. And on the actual passing, you can do I can't remember what kind of hem it's called. You know where it dips below your bum. One of them. Sorry, I'll just do a quick wardrobe change.
Nope. Right, hopefully I've just edited out the last few minutes of a baby that just won't settle. He's grumpy. Anyway, we've just put him in pram to go to sleep. So hopefully he will. So start again because I should have edited it all out. I wanted to knit some socks in my own yarns because I dye what I like, and this is my favourite colour at the moment. So this is my mustard seeds colourway in 75-25 merino nylon. I've done 20 rounds of twisted rib, which gives a really nice stretchy band.
I like twisted.
And then I do 5 rows of stocking stitch and 1 round of knit 1 purl 1 rib, which gives that nice texture. I generally do about 60 rounds. I think I've done 6 to 12 rounds. 54. I've done 54 on there. I normally do around 60 because I like a longer leg on my socks. I found I'd like them right up here. But I wanted to get this done because not only did I want a sample to show for my yarn, I just wanted some in that colour anyway. So there we go. You can see it just on the plain stocking stitch there. It's a mustard colour with like brown speckles in it. I really like this.
It's lovely.
I do a regular heel flap, a gusset, and then I usually do 60 rounds on the foot as well, and then just a standard rounded. I don't know, it's rounded or wedge toe. I don't know what you call it. It's just the standard toe that I do, where you just decrease on both sides till you get down to 12 stitches on each needle, and then Kitchener stitch. Yeah, so that's that one. I've knitted it on 2.25s. I normally knit it on higher sharps, but I think I've done this on my Chiagu ones, which I'm starting to fall out with.
Why?
Because it keeps catching. I started the next one, instead of going straight on and doing number 2 to match this one, because I wanted a sample in my pumpkin patch colourway as well. So it's on the same base in an orange colour. These were my autumn colours. And I did, on my Chiagus down here, I was knitting magic loop like I was on that one. But I just started to get irritated because on one of the needles, it just keeps, it's not a smooth...
That's so irritating.
It's not a smooth join as it should be, and it's catching, so it was driving me nuts. So, plus, if you do, I have preference for heel flap and gusset, and if you do that on magic loop, it's a real...
You need a good long cable.
Well, I've got that one. Has got a long cable. It's 100 centimetres, but it's a real faff because you've got to pull the cable out in 3 places as opposed to 2, because you're pulling it out at each side, and one in the middle at the. Oh, and it's just it gets on me wick. So even though I did that on this one, I switched to my DPNs to do the heel on this one because it's so much easier. And I've just left it on the DPNs. I'm going to go down the foot on the DPNs because my preference was always to knit on DPNs, even though I've been knitting magic loop quite a lot lately. Just more because it's easy to carry. Yeah. Not that this isn't easy to carry, but my preferred size at the moment, the 2.25s, these are the only ones I've got. I've 2 sets of these, and they're getting very bendy.
No, they're going to break.
So I've got used to knitting on a rigid needle, and as no, they've always been bendy, but because I've got so used to knitting on a rigid needle recently, I'm finding it slowing me down because they flex, because they're only 2.25. That wasn't a knitted, that's the extra one. They're very flex, and I've bent them anyway. I've had a couple snap on me, so I need to change to some higher sharps, I think, in the steel, so that they don't.
6 degrees.
Yeah, can you remember? so that they don't flex. But there you go. This is the pumpkin patch colourway. There's not quite as many speckles. I only put the odd ones in this one. Brown speckles again. Can you see?
They're going to look ace when they're done.
But I'm doing them. I don't know whether I'm going to do a second one for each, or whether I'll keep them for samples, or whether I'll wear them. As I said, I was originally going to do an orange cuff and an orange heel and toe, but then changed my mind, and then do it the other way around on the other one. Yeah. Do an orange sock with a yellow, but I changed my mind. I thought I want the whole sock. So I might just, if I wear these, I might just wear them as a set. Haven't decided yet. I will obviously still have, or I might knit another pair. I thought about knitting another pair in stripes with the 2 colours, or I thought about knitting 2 pairs. I could probably get out of what I have left. might get 2 pairs of trainer socks.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
If I do the cuffs and toes in a different colour, in cream, or I was going to originally do a stripy one with a cream in as well.
Yeah.
But if I do the cuffs and toes, I might get a pair, because I'm quite into it. I've done a few pairs of trainer socks lately and I quite like.
That grey'd go nice with them both.
I know, but we're giving that away.
Yeah, I know, but if you had any left over from knitting that one, that's it.
Well, as it happens, I have like a burgundy one as well called Cherry.
That'd go nice.
I could put that in. I've loads of minis, so loads of minis. I've dyed in the same colours, I think.
Both the decisions.
I know. So I could put different colours, but I quite fancy it. I do like, with summer coming, even though it's here this week, briefly, it's supposed to change back again, start changing back again tomorrow.
Yeah, Michael's gutted. He wants to go to the beach.
I know. I said I was going to dye some more, because I've really got out of dyeing. I've lost my yarn dyeing mojo at the moment, with the death of my dad and the death of my friend. And then we had we had a funeral and a wedding in the same week. There's been just so much going on, and then trying to get back into the swing of things at work. And obviously I work with my friend's husband, so we're both feeling a bit low and trying to concentrate at work with that. And we've had, because Nicola's left and gone to work at another job, we've had new starters to replace Nikki, and that's been good and difficult. Because obviously we miss Nicola, but you know, with a good starter and a not so, you never get the right ones the first time. We have to go through in the chippy business. You seem to go through 10 before you find a good one. Anyway, we've got one good one, and she's now taking over all the hours.
That's good.
So hopefully things will get a bit easier there, because I've ended up having to do extra hours there as well. So I've got out of the habit of dyeing. I've only had one day where I could dye, and then I thought on Thursday this week, tomorrow, I get a half day. I could get some dyeing done while the weather's nice. I might get it dry outside, but the weather's going to change tomorrow.
Good day.
It said it's going to be showers, so I might still get it done. I have a heated air.
You never know yet. The weatherman has been known to be wrong.
Yeah, I have a heated air upstairs anyway, and a fan and stuff. I can do it with, and a dehumidifier, and so it can be on my heated area, and the dehumidifier can be on, sucking all the moisture out of the air at the same time. In the spare room, the other spare room, since my son left. Anyway, I'm rambling.
I've been sewing my bags. I've been production line doing them. I think I've got 20 that I'm sewing all at the same time.
So there'll be a big update.
So I'm doing stages where I can, like Michael and Joseph, they're being great. Some miracle, I've managed to do sewing whilst I've got both of them at home. But since the sun's come out, my eldest, he wants to go outside and play outside, and decided that we needed to plant some seeds, so that's what we did. And he wants to be a master chef because we watch MasterChef. So it's been keeping me very busy, but I'm doing my best.
You've got flamingo bags for the giveaway. You've got a couple of them in the shop. Are they being made to order?
No, I've put on made to order in the shop at the moment, but they're in the mix to be made, so soon they'll be on ready made.
They'll be ready to go shortly.
Yeah.
And then there'll be more coming in
the
future.
I put them on because I thought we were going to do the podcast.
Yeah.
And then we'd
have some on.
And I thought people will see it, because I know flamingos are one of the in things at the moment.
I've still got some from the giveaway we did last time. We gave away to the knitting a box.
Yeah.
With the stag, the autumn stag. I've still got some wool that I dyed then. A couple of those to put on. I've just never had any time or any light to do it, because it's been so dull and dark and miserable trying to get good photos, because I haven't got any lighting in the house for doing it.
One extreme or the other at the moment. So I'm really dull and miserable.
Oh, freezing! I'm
freezing. Or it's really like blindingly bright. So any pictures I've been trying to take of any product,
they're blowing out.
It's either really dark because there's that much sun and my camera can't focus. Or it's blowing out. It's washing out the clothes majorly.
So it's a good job we're only part-time at this, isn't it, really? Not even part-time, quarter-time. At doing this.
We're trying.
But anyway, I decided I wanted another distraction, and I knit something for the kids. Michael did request that I knitted him another jumper.
You did, didn't you?
Needs a jumper, Nanny. So at first you said he wanted a red one.
Yeah, that's what he requested.
But when I asked him, he said blue, and then he said green. So this is blue-green. This is like a blue-green. This is the blanket, the same yarn. You see the blanket that's quite often behind Nicola on the chair. This is when I first got back into knitting, I bought this.
Yeah.
I first started selling wool again in my shop, and I got back into knitting, and I sent from Derrimores a few years ago. So that's how long. I ended up with 2 lots. I ordered enough to do a blanket, and it went astray in the post. So they sent me more, and then the other stuff turned up like about 6 weeks later. So and they just told me to keep it, so I ended up with double. Something I paid about £1.50 for 100 grams for. But I've still got about 3 bowls left. So this is what I'm knitting. It's quite thick because it's like a basket weave, but these ones are like fisherman's rib. So every other row you knit one below, which really drops it down slightly and makes it thicker. Like I'm doing your dad, a fisherman's rib jumper. Yeah. I'm not going to show that one today because we just don't have the time to show everything I've currently got going on. I've got quite a few things going on now. Yes, but this is what I've been obsessing on the last couple of days because it's taken me longer to knit it than I thought it would. But I've got another...
It's not every day you go on somewhere.
No, I've got another 4 blocks, I think, to do till I get to the back. He's not baby size anymore, so it takes longer to do that. Now, this pattern is from... I can't find the magazine, but it's the current Simply Knitting. If you've got the current Simply Knitting, this was the free baby supplement that came in it.
Oh, cool.
This is why I bought the magazine, because I could see this in the back, and I quite liked the look of this, this is the one that I'm doing. And it's knitted in a Sirdar, and Sirdar's patterns always, their baby patterns always seem to go up to like 5, 6, 7. So this is the serious baby that's in the picture. And I thought I quite like that jacket because I thought I'll do one for Michael and I'll do one for Joseph. I've bought some yarn to do Joseph one as well, in a shaded yarn. It says it only takes 2. I'm doing a size, if you've got the magazine and you're looking, and I'm doing an age 3 to 4, which says it's a 24-inch chest, which should come out at about a 27. I haven't measured it.
That'd be more ideal. It's a good size that for Michael.
Yeah, I haven't measured it, so I couldn't tell you. But there's some nice patterns in this one. Some of them don't go as big, but the ones that are I think are in... Hang on. Was there another? I think there was another one in here. There was one I thought I might do. Daisy, my niece. That one. Hang on. I thought I might do this if I get time. I think this is quite cute. I think this goes bigger. It's got like a little... I like the bottom of the jacket. I think it looks really cute. Yeah, that goes up to 5 to 6 as well. I thought it would look nice if you look at that picture for her over summer dresses.
That look really fair.
If I do it in like a cottony one, get some cotton and dye that. So anyway, so that's that one. Hopefully by the next podcast, I always say this and it never happens, but hopefully by the next podcast that might actually be finished.
Get distracted.
Because I do. But, so I've got those socks. Have you got another one you want to show?
Yeah. In one of our knit boxes, we got...
The knit in the box.
Knit in the box.
We've had 2 or 3 of those since we last spoke to you.
We got this pattern.
It's a real pretty pattern.
With the matching yarn that's in the pattern, which I've got here. I haven't done much of it, but I did cast it on. Because apparently all I want to knit at the moment is jumpers and cardigans.
That's all I want to knit. I've seen about at least 4 different patterns.
So I've only literally done this bit. I think this is the back. They're both laced. My needles are too short. I need some longer needles, which reminds me I need to ask you if you've got any longer needles. And that's the rib. But it's not showing an accurate colour.
No, it's like it's not too bad, but it's like a lilac-y grey, isn't it? Yeah. It's like grey with a bit of lilac in it.
It's King Cole Panache.
Panache, yeah. And it's got a halo.
And it's in DK. I don't have the ball band.
We got 5 balls of this, and it wasn't the last knit in the box. It was the previous one.
The previous one, yeah.
You got 5 balls and the pattern. I know I liked it as soon as I saw it. I like the pattern.
As well.
I like the pattern, but the pattern doesn't go up to my size, which I was gutted at because I quite like that.
So I think once I've finished, I'm probably not going to pick this up again now until I've finished my my other cardigan, because I want to get that done now, because I want the needles for the other project that I've started, which is for Ben. I did start him a big, nice, fancy King Cole cable jumper, which is I just can't get on with. If you saw on Instagram, I posted a picture saying, "See, as I married him at the weekend, I think I can commit to a jumper."
This is like a good-looking way, Rooney.
So this is what he wanted. And this is the jumper version. Don't know if you can see. With all the lovely cables. And I started knitting it. I think I cast it on 3 times. I went through all the rib, which was somewhat stupid, like this long. And I hated every second of it. And then started doing the cabling, and what I had cabled on my needle did look nothing like what was on here. And I was reading the pattern and I ripped it out and I did it again, I ripped it out and did it again. So he's not having it.
Have you been and looked to see if there's an errata on their website?
Yeah, did that. But what was coming up on the front of this was not on mine, because I was doing the front panel. I wasn't doing the back, I was doing the front first. It wasn't coming up with what it was on here. It was coming up with all these twisty ones. These 3 of these twisty ones, not this big nice diamond one up in the middle. So, I don't know what's going on.
Unless you've misunderstood the pattern. Mind you, there might not be an errata on yet, because somebody might not have pointed it out.
I'll message you.
That's why they say if you find a mistake, you should message them. Because you know the cardigan that you're doing?
Yeah.
I got an update on the pattern. It was Mina Phillips Knitting Expats Mix and Match cardigan.
Yeah.
And I said I did the size 44. And didn't I say to you, when you're doing the sleeves, just watch what you're doing. You might have to alter the decreases and things on the sleeves, because otherwise you'd be like knitting arms for a gibbon, an orangutan, because it just seemed to go on forever, and I had to shorten it. Never occurred to me to contact her and say that. Anyway, I've just had a pattern update recently saying that in the size 44 it's given different alterations for just in the size 44 on the sleeves. She says she can't believe nobody noticed that before, and I'm sat there sitting there thinking, well, I noticed that, I never said anything, because I didn't think of it as being a mistake. I just thought maybe she had long arms, super long arms.
So I did look for another pattern online, and I found a Lion brand one, free one, and he didn't like that. He pulled a face at it, which I'd already cast it on and done the rib, and he said he didn't like it.
You just like knitting rib, don't you?
So I just wanted to punch him in the face. So he's now getting a flax, which is free off Ravelry.
So we're not giving anything away, showing the pattern.
And I'm not told him that's what he's getting. But
it goes up to good sizes, that, isn't it?
It goes from 0 to 6 months to 4XL.
Which is a 58-inch chest, which is even bigger than your dad.
So I'm doing him a large, which is 43-inch chest.
And it's not many patterns go up big enough for your dad.
There you go.
Not the dad's big fat guy, he's just incredibly broad.
And Ben's tall. So I measured his chest, and his chest measures 43 inches. But I'm gonna have to knit the jumper itself a lot longer. And probably 10 miles of rib.
Never mind. You could always do a garter stitch rib or something.
A garter? No, that looks silly. It will. It looks. I don't like garter stitch rib.
I like twisted rib at the moment.
Yeah, that's nice.
Because it's dead stretchy.
But okay. I've not brought it with me because literally all I have done is the rib for the neckband, because you do it from top down.
Hopefully in the future, now everything's settled down around here.
Don't jinx it.
I might start doing separate videos to review the knit in a box. Probably a month behind, so that we're not giving anything away to anybody.
I think I might stop mine just for a little bit, because I've not touched. I don't think I want to get these cardigans and stuff done, and I don't want to keep spending money for them just to sit there and not do anything.
Yeah.
Like, I know they're not going to go off, but I'm probably, now it's warming up, I'm not going to be wanting to knit hats and stuff like that. So I think I'll cancel it after this next one, because I've already paid, and then pick it back up, you know, end of summer.
Yeah. No, I'm going to carry on with mine.
You carry on with it.
I'm going to carry on with it, even if I don't do it straight away, because sometimes the yarns, I like them for something else.
Yeah.
But
we'll anyway. But that's what I'm going to do.
Anyway, other work in progress I've got. This one's my Farrimond cardigan. I think I showed it on the last one. I haven't done a whole lot.
There's nothing wrong with the box. I just know what I'm like.
Yeah, you build them up, and if you're not getting a chance to knit them.
Yeah.
Right, so this is me. I think this was my Farrimond cardigan. I've put quite a bit of length on this.
I'm loving
this. This stitch marker was further down.
It's amazing.
When you last saw, I think I was only to hold that.
Okay.
I think I was only to about here when you last saw it. So I'm loving knitting this.
I love the texture.
It's going to take me a while. which I'm not bothered about. It's going to be
TV knitting.
No, this is. Oh no, I sit in front of TV and watch and knit it, but I watch things that I'm not bothered about. I have to look at or listen, or when your dad's playing his game or watching something he wants to watch. This will probably be done. I'll do this for next winter.
Yeah.
I don't knit sweaters, jumpers for big sizes for ourselves fast. I might turn out the little things quite fast, but when it comes to jumper knitting,
I still think you knit them fast.
I take my time. This is knitted in knoll Kilcarra Tweed, which is lovely. The colours in this are so nice. I mean, it's not working out as a cheap jumper by any means.
But it'll be fabulous when it's done.
It's not super wash, but it'll. I'm hoping it'll last forever, and I'm hoping that the colour will last and everything. So I'll keep showing it as I go along. So did I get you?
She's knocking me out.
Sorry, that's in my Mrs. Moog. I love this bag. This is in my Mrs. Moog bag, Christmas bag.
Christmas pudding.
It still fits in there as yet. Now that's the yarn, the cold Kilcarra Tweed.
Sorry, I'm yawning.
There's not many places you can get this from, to be honest. So if you go on to, if you like the look of it, there's some fabulous colours. You've knitted things in it. I've knitted a hat in it.
That I wanted to
yeah.
Not done that yet.
pearlandjane.co.uk. She sells it there. And there's, like I said, there's lots of very bold, vibrant colours. It's double knitting. Is it double knitting? No, it's Aran.
I don't know, like double knitting.
No, it's Aran. I think there is a double knitting one as well. But that's Aran. So that's that one. I've dropped it on the floor.
It's just not enough hours in the day.
There isn't. So I've been knitting on quite a lot lately. And from another knit in a box, I've been meaning to do
Even carried on with
ever
that
since
yet.
the box came. And I actually think, last time I looked, they still had a couple of these boxes for sale, in the sale on the website. Nikki started hers, but then has forgotten about it.
Yeah, got distracted.
But I was going to do this when it came, but I was doing Nikki's wedding shawl. And I couldn't get distracted, otherwise it would have never been ready on time. She'd have been wearing it for her next wedding.
I've already threatened him with divorce.
So there we go. This was in... It's quite big. Didn't realise how big it had got.
Is that an acorn?
No, it's cake.
Cake.
Sorry, she's looking at that stitch marker. Where is it? It's a chocolate cake. Corpo UK, I never buy. I very rarely buy. Not never, but very rarely buy from anybody else.
I need something.
For my stitch markers. So there we go. It's a big triangular. Even though you knit it asymmetric, it looks triangular when it's knitted. It's got a sparkle in it every now and then in certain patches. I don't know if it picks that up.
I should get mine back out.
There you go. I think you can. Anyway, you can see the little sequins and the silver sparkle in it, which you just knit in some of the panels. It's one of the easiest knits. It's basically just garter stitch and moss stitch.
Dead easy.
Which is really easy. Oh, there's another one. Look, that one. I think it's a macaroon, a chocolate macaroon or something like that. There's another one of the stitch markers, the cake ones. I'm knitting this on my higher sharps, but they're on 8mm. On my fixed circulars, these. These are my preferred. The only thing is, these make quite a hollow clicking sound when I'm knitting, and I can see him indoors. I keep looking at me like that. Your knitting needles don't normally make that kind of noise. It's because they're bigger. Yeah. You know, they have that clicky hollow sounding, which I think drives him nuts. So I try not to do it when he's watching telly, because I've got to admit, it gets on my nerves. But I've not got a huge lot left to do that, and then it has big tassels.
Are you going to put it on?
I'm going to put the tassels on because I think it looks good with the tassels on. This was 3 or 4 boxes ago.
This was my first box.
I think it was my second one, I think. There you go. That's it with the tassels, and then without the tassels. Looks much better with them. I don't normally do tassels, but I quite like that.
It's nice.
I think that looks really nice. And I think if they've got any left, they did have a sale on with what they've got left of some of the boxes, and that one was in it. The yarn is King Cole Big Value Chunky, so it's 100% acrylic, but it's really soft. I used to sell a lot of this when I had my shop. That was quite popular. So this is what I mean about we do the acrylics as well. That's 2 things I've got going on in that. I think that's everything I've brought in.
everything. I think my jumpers are all in acrylic. I can't afford indy-dyed.
No, well, the jumpers I've done, like this one, I think this probably ended up costing about 80 quid, 75, 80 pound to make. But again, it was with vouchers my husband bought me for my birthday. Not that I feel I need to qualify it, I don't. If I want to spend that on a jumper, I will. My other one, the cabled one I'm doing, I think that's cost, for the wool for that's cost about £100 for that wool. That's why, but again, I had 70 something pound in vouchers that he bought me for my birthday again, at Christmas, or one of the two, I can't remember which.
They're close together.
So I only had to put about 30 quid to it. So technically that's only cost me £30. But I'm knitting it to last forever.
Oh yeah.
I normally knit jumpers. I normally knit jumpers for me in acrylic or acrylic blends. Because of the cost to knit them.
That, and if you kill them, all that money.
Yeah. Well, these are only going to be hand washed. They won't even look at a washing machine.
Nope. Nowhere near it.
Because that's normally where I kill my woolies, in the washing machine. Stretch them out. So that, I think we've covered everything.
I need to go home and go to sleep.
I don't think Joseph's gone to sleep.
No, I can hear him
but
chatting.
I have got work shortly. Again, if you want to find us, look on Instagram.
That's where we're most active.
We're most active, even though I've not been overly active at the moment. We're mostly on Instagram. I show all my things I'm knitting as I'm going along. I show pictures on there.
I try, but I do most of my knitting now during the night when I'm at work.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm in an office and the lighting in the office is so I try my best to take pictures at the weekend if I do get time to do any knitting. But that's mainly why I haven't posted any knitting pictures on Facebook, is because it's at night time. Hopefully
we should slowly get back into the swing of things as life is starting to return to normal, because it's been so up and down over the last 6 months, and then especially over the last couple of months, 2 or 3 months.
Life back to normality.
We're trying to get everything back to normal, and now she's got Joseph at home as well, and Michael at home a couple of days, as they don't need to be at nursery all the time anymore. We now have the little one here on the podcast.
Summer holidays are going to be fun.
You wouldn't believe, by the time you watch this, how much I'll have had to have edited out. How much I'll have edited out. Anyway, so don't forget to enter our giveaway. We'll send it anywhere.
It'll be fun.
Pretty much, we'll send them anywhere. So we'll draw out 2. Maybe not on the next one, but we'll give it 2 podcasts. So I can't remember what number of podcasts this is.
No, I haven't a clue.
It might be 32. It's either 32 or 33, but we'll give it not next one after. So there's time, because not everybody watches straight away. Okay, until next time. Bye.
Bye.
That's like